Hello there. What is going on, everybody? We are talking about some awesome X-Wing leaks. We've got a brand new Rebel starter box that leaked on the Asmodee French site, and also an Imperial box, too. We're going to talk about these amazing leaks in today's video. It's hard to believe when you actually see, like, brand new product, and you're like, what? Brand new X-Wing product? Even though if it's going to be mostly reprints, it's actually something that I think the game should have had for a long time. You know, faction-specific starters is just a really cool thing. I love the whole starter in a box that has, you know, the X-Wing versus the two TIE fighters that we've always got. It's always nice to have that, but a lot of folks have always been looking for a single faction box to buy into the game. I feel like every game should have something like this. Hopefully Armada gets something like this at some point also. Really cool to see X-Wing getting brand new product, new boxes being on the water, being shipped. Very cool stuff. Also, it kind of relieves a little bit of that pressure. Now you got like 4 different ships all in one box. Very cool. Very cool to see 4 single ships in a box. I love it. We're going to be talking about this in the video. We'll show you the links. We'll look at the Empire stuff as well. A lot of cool stuff to look at, and as well as some pretty cool, funny translations that some folks were able to do based on some of the French translations. They're a little bit funny. If you guys haven't already, make sure you stick around. We do a lot of Star Wars tabletop gaming here. We're doing a big, massive Star Wars Shatterpoint core set giveaway in the form of a $165 Amazon gift card. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. I also want to thank today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. Amazing full metal tokens, fully compatible with Star Wars X-Wing. They also have tokens compatible with other Star Wars games like Star Wars Legion, or even games like Magic the Gathering. Check them out. Head over to luxuryplaystyle.com. Get yourself some absolutely exquisite tokens. You're going to love these. They come in a variety of different finishes. They're double-sided. They're going to make you want to play your games more. They're lovely, and you're going to love them. Use code Crabbok VIP while you're there. You're going to save 15% off your purchase. So head over to luxuryplaystyle.com. All right, so let's go ahead and let's kind of dive into this, because this is real, folks. This is absolutely real. We are looking at an X-Wing 2.0 Alliance Rebel Esquadron base. So it's kind of like one of those squadron packs we've seen before, but this is going to be a little different. It is actually a starter, which is really cool, because it's going to have the stuff that you need to play the game. You're going to have some ships. We know what X-Wings and Y-Wings look like. You're going to have 2 A-Wings in there as well, which is nice. Very nice. Although I'm not going to lie, I kind of wish there was a B-Wing in there. You know, give me ABXY, right? It's okay. It's okay. I feel like B-Wing's always criminally underrepresented. But Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie, so, you know, I love the B-Wings. And then we got the back. You're going to be getting damaged cards. You're going to be getting your dice. You're going to be getting quick build cards. We've got Luke there. We've got Porkins there. So you're going to be getting, or I should say, not just quick build cards, but the standard loadouts, the standardized loadouts. We're going to be getting some, it looks like a slight redesign on some of these cards with, you know, colored symbols. Either that or there's tokens on there. The bombs also, the fancy bomb reference cards. So just a lot of the recent changes. This is all in French for the most part. I'm going to be getting dials, and yeah, and so very cool. Very cool stuff. And we do see the AMG logo on there as well. There's not a whole lot of additional information beyond that. All right, so yeah, and we also have an Imperial box. So let's take a look at the Imperial set. So here is the Imperial Empire Galactique Escadron base, right? So a core set. I just think it's great that we're getting single faction buy-ins. Very cool stuff. I think the game has needed this for a long time. I think all games kind of need this. But at the same time, I also like the idea of having, you know, that little 2-player starter box as well. So I think there's room for lots of it, especially as the game grows. But people always seem to want a single faction buy-in. So very cool to have this. Now here we are getting a TIE Advanced. We're getting 2 TIE Fighters, and we're getting a TIE Bomber in there. So we have some photos there. We've got the TIE Advanced and the TIE Bomber there, and we've got the 2 TIE Fighters. Very nice. So it was still getting 2 TIE fighters in your starter, right? There's like no way to start playing as Empire without having 2 TIE fighters, right? And then of course we have the back of the box here, and then again it looks like a lot of the same stuff. We got this fancy little round counter that looks kind of like the Rebels Death Star timer. Pretty cool. And then we've got some of the same stuff. We got bombs. I guess everybody's got a little bit of bombing. All right, we got Valen Rudor there, and then Darth Vader. And I think these are like pretty much. I think these are mostly the same as we've seen already with the Yavin pack. I'm not sure if they're going to be a little different or not, but yeah, I thought that's pretty cool. Maybe there'll be some new standard loadouts in there. Was Valen Rudor wasn't in the Yavin pack though, was he? So I guess we will get a little bit of new stuff. So that was pretty cool. Now this is stuff that they've talked about a long time ago. They I believe last mini extravaganza they had talked about doing new core set for X-Wing, new rules in there. I'm curious what new points are going to launch alongside this, what new rules changes are going to launch alongside this, if we're going to see any more changes to the game that come alongside these new core sets, and if there's any other additional expansion packs. There was a lot of talk of reprinting a lot of stuff. For standard, they were only going to be allowing stuff that was in the black box, like the new stuff that's in print. And so, reprinting some stuff. They even talked about like kind of redoing a couple of things, like the YT 2400 is going to see some changes when that gets reprinted. And so things like that are have been talked about and are likely also on the way. Maybe not too far behind this as well. So it's very exciting. It's an exciting day to be an X-Wing player, to actually see new stuff. I mean, you've gone a long time without getting like real meaningful news for X-Wing, so seeing this come out even before it may be, my guess is this was something they probably planned to announce during Adepticon, which is going to be going on all weekend, and this is just kind of a nice little precursor to whatever they have to announce. So I imagine this will just be a formal announcement within the next couple of days, but either way, it's nice to get a little early leak. Now, somebody did. I caught this on the X-Wing 2.0 Discord. I thought this was pretty funny. Somebody did some Google Translate onto the back of the box. It doesn't always work out perfectly. Dark Vador. This is not actually what it says. We will take them down in hand-to-hand combat. Get the hunt off. What? Oh, some things get lost in translation. But basically, this does kind of talk about that it is a full-blown starter. It has the templates, range rulers, damage cards, and things you need to play Star Wars X-Wing, which is a good thing. You're getting your single faction buy-in, and it gives you like some counts of what you're going to be getting. You're getting Darth Vader, Merrick Steele, Captain Jonas for the. I believe the standard arsenal maps is probably the standard loadout cards, the ship cards. You're not getting maps in this. Captain Jonas, Tomax Bren, Night Beast, Iden Versio, and Valen Rudor. So I think some new ones there, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so 7 painted plastic ships with bases and mountings, 7 ship cards. So I'm really curious about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there's 7 standard loadouts. What are the 7 ship cards? Like, are we not getting, like, is the game basically only standard loadouts now? Is kind of the thing, because there's 7 standard arsenal cards and 25 improvement cards, right? So maybe they have 7 versions of like regular ship cards with upgrades, and but if that's the case, why only 7? Because look how many versions of TIE fighters there are. Maybe as a starter, they're just giving you one version of each of these. Like maybe you're only getting Darth Vader. Like maybe you're not getting generics anymore. Maybe you're not getting generic pilots anymore. They don't like generic pilots for some reason with X-Wing. That's a little concerning to me. Like why are we only getting 7 ship cards? That doesn't sound right for 4 different ships. I should be getting a lot more. I should be getting 7 ship cards for a single TIE fighter, not heck, more than that even. So So yeah, that's a little bit interesting to me. A little bit interesting. 5 pairs of plastic dial connectors. I guess that's the. They always give you a spare for your speed maneuver dials. So that's interesting. If we look at the Rebel page, we have to go full throttle to prevent the hunters from coming up to us. From Luke Skywalker, right? We can see Jack Porkins and Luke Skywalker there. Kind of a lot of the same stuff. Still 7 ship cards, 7 standard arsenal cards. We're getting Luke Skywalker, Jack Porkins, Dutch Vander, Horton Salm, Arvel Krind, Jake Farrell, and Shara Bay over here. So, yeah, it's interesting to see that they're kind of going in a different direction than the normal expansions would have normally had. You're getting only 7 ship cards, which is just baffling to me for 4 ships and only 7 cards. I don't know. And my guess is it's Luke Skywalker and Jack Porkins as a T-65, getting Dutch and Horton for the Y-Wings. So you're only going to have 2 Y-Wing options, 2 X-Wing options, and 3 A-Wing options is my guess. Obviously, that's what they give you for the standard loadouts, but I'm guessing those are the same you're going to get for the actual configurable pilots as well. And maybe that's fine. Maybe that's just a different way. They've been steering people away from generics for a long time. I tried in my last X-Wing battle report. I was like, well, let me run some generics, and I'm like, no, there's no reason to run. They've taken away any incentive at all to run generics, because names are better in every possible way, and generics are worse, than every possible way, and it's baffling to me. So. But, that was something that I used to like too. I used to like running a lot of generic, TIE interceptors and stuff like that. But that's not in the cards here. And they're definitely kind of trying to... the other thing is they put the standard loadouts kind of front and center. I feel like this is the way they're taking X-Wing in the future. It's definitely going to be standard loadout centric. Because also, if you look at it this way, if they're only giving you 7 pilot cards, if you wanted to customize your own build... Are you really gonna, if you only have the same options as the standard loadouts that are there, what incentive do you have to be like, oh, well, I can, I can build my own squad. Well, I can only build it with these guys, so I can't actually run Biggs. I can't actually run a Red Squadron pilot. I can't run a rookie pilot. I can't run any of these generics that I might otherwise want to run, and I can't, really customize my build. Might as well just run the standard loadouts, since the build it yourself is just going to be more work to get the same pilots, right? So I feel like that's definitely the direction that they're going with. But these are real, folks. I'll put the links in the description so you can check them out yourself. Lots more X-Wing content is presumably on the way as well. More reprints, probably more points adjustments, and more interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. I will talk to you guys soon. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing. I will talk to you later. Have a fantastic day. Cowabunga. So say we all. Party on. Dudes, be excellent to each other.